It's prison in the city. It's prison in the city because our Anglo rappers don't exist for the rest of the world. It's prison in the city because too many become followers who follow a trend to get money. Montreal is a francophone city, but rap music started in English, of course, out here. Because that's what we were introduced to from the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Harlem, Manhattan, Compton, etc. Between 1989 and 1993, our first rappers were making a name for themselves locally and eventually made noise across the country and overseas. Lots of recordings were done, and the Montreal-Toronto was an everyday thing, back to back. Many Montreal rappers who had started in English later took the French road. While that was happening, a bunch of English rappers were already mature, experienced, and ready to become the next big thing. I think we had our second wave of rappers that could have had success between 1993 and 2000. And when many French rappers also became dangerously skilled, it felt like everybody was gonna be a rapper. It was a real explosion of rappers from Montreal and Quebec, in English and French, between 2000 and 2005. The attention slowly shifted towards French rap. Today, that scene has more financing, more contributors, more fans, and it's done in a language that's understood by francophones, who for the most part, never fully understood the English lyrics from their favorite US rapper or MTL Anglo rapper. For every generation of Montreal English rapper, if we could call them that way, it seems like there's always a certain limit. Many exceptional rappers had a solid buzz in the city, toured across the country, overseas, had great music, a great show, and the respect from US and France established rappers. But it always seems to stop right there. Then the hype around the artist slowly dies, without the city fans really understanding why it has to stop there. While everything was going so well, he was gonna blow up. But then this happened. No one ever makes it past the potential level. He or she coulda, woulda, shoulda. Thing is, there's no industry here, or link between the business of hip-hop and Montreal City or the province of Quebec. I've explained this in a previous episode, how Anglo rappers tend to finance their music with street money. They don't want to be on the street. Language thing is definitely a problem for Anglo rappers. The business side, the lack of business. The fact that we don't have an industry for Anglo urban music is a problem. And the vibe of the city has become a problem too. When the rap fans see rappers from different cities having success, of course they don't fully understand why Montreal doesn't have any successful rappers recognized in the US or in the UK. They also get on that this rapper or that rapper coulda, shoulda, woulda. That sort of talk. And after a while, it feels like a rapper don't even want to see another rapper succeed. It's a consequent, vicious circle. Crabs in a bucket, right? People will support each other to a certain extent, but as soon as a rapper sets himself apart, the love fades away. We on the confinement. We'll see how that goes. They say kids going to school soon. Not everybody agrees. That's where we at.
Everyone calls me BU, figured I'd be myself, don't get it twisted, I'm about to kill it like I never left, was hot in 2000, could've had a few houses, now I roll with doers who put their money where their mouth is, and it's good for their pockets, they ain't no doubt about it, whether Pro Tools or Logic, I can generate profit, they know I got the good shit, haters will not sleep on my project, cause I'ma get it in like Moe's the Rocket, we own the car.
Already know. Beautiful city of Montreal, where the rappers be known, but the girls look pretty. Montreal, stand the fuck up.
We on the come up, we on the come up, we on the rise. Don't sleep on my city, cause we on the come up, we on the come up, we on the rise. Don't sleep on my city, cause we on the come up.
Everyone calls me BU, figured I'd be myself, don't get it twisted, I'm about to kill it like I never left, was hot in 2000, could've had a few houses, so I roll with doers who put their money where their mouth is, and it's good for their pockets, cause there's no doubt about it, with Pro Tools or Logic, I can generate profit, they know I got the good shit, haters will not sleep on my project, cause I'ma get it in like Moe's the Rocket.
We on the come up, we on the come up, we on the rise. Don't sleep on my city, cause we on the come up, we on the come up, we on the rise. Don't sleep on my city, cause we on the come up.
Word is we got no real rappers on the island, city's loaded with talent, let's do something about it, don't get it twisted, children quickly get addicted to rhyming, was gifted with these lyrics, couldn't picture who I would sign with, yeah I won't find a lot of rappers that'll come as proper, no doubt about it, I stay on top of my game, I gotta sound like $1 million, otherwise I won't bother, my product can't sound like a shop, my studio give $1 rhyme. I started real young, fell in love with this hip-hop,
Gotta get mine.
We just heard an absolute incredible hip-hop artist who's been on the scene for quite a while. That's BU, the Knowledgeist, as I come bearing musical gifts as always on New Music Tuesdays, and a track called Indigenous Genocide. And through the magic of radio and technology, he's actually joining us at his crib on the other side of town. How you doing, BU? Welcome to Let's Go.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm good.
Now, before we even get into your career, as well as this COVID-19 track, this Off the Hook, that you just released for the public.
Thank you.
Indigenous Genocide, very serious subject matter, and you actually had people from the community of Ganasatawage do research and help you put together this song.
Yeah, that was a blessing. Big shout out to them, actually. While going to Ganasatawage, I felt I was just there. I wanted to know more. And I started reading documentary, and next thing you know, I felt touched. I felt like in school I wasn't taught that aspect of the history, which felt important. So I started to write this song, and then I met this brother called Baps, and he guided me. He kind of revised my lyrics, then came back saying his family, his mother was involved, people at the cultural center at the school, because he takes classes to relearn his culture, which is what they do. So, yeah, that was a blessing. They kind of checked out all the lyrics, and he told me his mother felt like she was reading their story.
Absolutely incredible. Now, you've actually been in the industry since you were really young. You started at 15, opening for a lot of the hip-hop groups coming to town. One of your first gigs was Snap. Everybody remembers Snap from back in the day. I Got the Power. Oops Inside Your Head. You've opened for Naughty by Nature, De La Soul, Talib Kweli, The Roots, Ludacris. The list goes on and on and on. You're from the old school days of hip-hop when people actually had to pay their dues by performing live and proving themselves.
Exactly. It was very different back then. We had to pass out flyers. There was no audio or very little audio playback. You know, it was a tough game. Everything's changed from the way we distribute it, the way we promote it, the way we perform it. But, I mean, it's all about, adapting, I guess. That's life.
Now, it was always a bit difficult for an English-speaking or anglophone hip-hop artist putting out music in Quebec. There wasn't a lot of support, and this was one of the things that held you back from actually releasing recorded material quite a bit over the years.
Definitely. I've been a performing artist. I've been making music for movies, for TV series. You hear me all over the place, all over.
Listen, Montreal's own BU, the Knowledgeist. This is a brand new song. We're going to bring everybody together here as we're going through this COVID-19 pandemic. This is called You Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone.
We were always told you don't know what you got until it's gone. Now that we're stuck in our homes, here comes the time to reflect. No one knows where this is going, can't help but to wonder what's next. Will it be an after virus? Blessed will be the survivors. Will I still be alive if we want to live? Let's unite.
Helicopter. We always wonder what it's for.
Whoever's left alive gon' pay up. Face it, it won't be easy. Trust me, there won't be no freebie. But the goal is to be free, so let's get together like Mario and Luigi. It's hell on earth for the taxpayers. Dead bodies in the back streets. Families praying for a vaccine. Everybody saying, how can that be? Anxiety level is peaking. Feeling too far from the truth. God, what is the meaning of this crisis? Why you made us living proof? Don't know what you got till it's gone. Don't know what you got till it's gone. Till it's long gone. Don't know what you got till it's gone. Don't know what you got till it's gone. Till it's long gone. Till it's long gone. Yeah, 2020. Hard times for the people. Hard times for the kids. I started real young. Fell in love with this hip-hop.
Feels like it's cool to all do it, but not if one of us touches something the rest can't touch. What rappers live like a lack of justice creates jealousy and fake love amongst the community. Cats grow with different opinions about our city and its rappers. Some become very negative and just don't believe in Montreal making it anymore. Some feel like if they couldn't make it, well, no one should. Some persevere and embrace the challenge of changing this reality. And obviously, since no one is really making serious money, some just be chasing money, trying to sound like what works, and everything seems to be about money. Like money becomes the only valuable thing. If someone makes a bit of money, it's gotta be good. What happened to A? I like this. Wow. How creative. How original. Nowadays, it's all about views and numbers. And people talk like they proud of this, like the game's about numbers. Dang. If there are numbers and views, it's gotta be good. That's not the way real artists think. But it's easy to make most of the fans believe it. It's a sad day for quality music and new music. Some feel like the pandemic will bring a change, a new cycle. I won't lie, I do hope so. A little more balance and substance on the scale. Yeah, won't hurt. If the disproportional focus on money and the now are normal and logical consequences of oppression in smaller countries, I guess the Montreal particular reality can also explain that negative vibe going on. But that vibe will definitely make it harder for any Montreal rapper. The scene becomes too divided. Not only do we have to fight the powers that be to get our music respected, now we became a problem for ourselves. Some rappers became what they used to rap about or against. The cold wannabe businessman, the vultures. Some now divide the scene without even considering the ones who do what they used to do, without making a difference in terms of respecting every individual who works hard. Many old fans now became a part of the underground hip-hop media or such thing and feel like they can say whatever, forgetting one important element. Without Montreal rappers or Quebec rappers, none of these guys would be able to do what they're doing today. So in my opinion,
It commands a certain level of respect for everyone who made Montreal or Quebec hip-hop what it is. Some of the French rappers who get deals today, they get signed by the ones who used to be our fans. So whoever's strictly down with the new generation, without recognizing that many rappers and contributors made it possible for them, is lacking knowledge, culture, or gratitude. Cats want to shine so bad that as soon as they get the spotlight, they forget about the community and they go for self. Oh, true. They also go for their small circle of friends and for the ones they fear. I'm the guy that thinks about the other 95% of the great rappers you don't hear about. I'm the guy that has a problem with low blowing a popular rapper for views, for attention, and for fame. I'm the one who will call it out, even if it means not being mentioned or played by a media as such. Some people just want a status. They don't want to do the work the way it should be done.
When don't pull the plug, let the haters hate.
Cats who know me know I can't stand some random newcomers divide the scene with unjust and disrespectful behaviors. You'll ask why we let them do it? Well, when nothing really works or generates money in a city, people will be all over the new messiahs coming with their angles. People to count on someone to save them. Sad. They'll say they ain't down. They won't do a thing, they won't say a thing. Even worse, they'll support it. Because they want to hear their name. They want to be played. They want to be famous. Sad reality, man. But thank God the passion of hip-hop doesn't die. Anglo rappers are still being born and fighting to exist. Yeah. People don't move as much for shows anymore. Some would probably reply, saying that the young French rappers do sold out shows, and the older ones too, but only a few. And only if they perform very rarely in the same city. And that works for 9 to 10 rappers. But there are many rappers. What about them? And by the way, the hype cycle seems to be getting shorter and shorter, like fast food. It ain't good for any of us. So yeah, what about the other 95%? Back in the day, everyone who had skills and respect was active on stage. If you ask me, the show scene is almost dead out here. I mean, it works for a small bunch, but real quiet for the rest of them. Our Anglo rappers are supposed to be out there like the best in the US, evolving, business growing, expanding, giving back, etc. They ain't supposed to do it all over again for the new generation. Yes, they must remain relevant, always. But they should be able to prosper as respected artists and to grow as a business. I'm glad a certified economist said it on national TV and that I was able to hear it, thank God. He said our music system didn't adapt with the times. So we lost at least 1 or 2 generations of potentially successful artists in the province of Quebec. Amen. I thought I was gonna die one day without the world realizing it, but I was here. But just the fact that he said it, oh yeah. See, on the other hand, US and France rappers with heavy criminal cases, they come here to perform. They've been coming for decades. We met him, featured on records with him. But our rappers won't make it in the US, even if they had smoked a joint at 17 years old, they won't cross the border. Now how do y'all explain this? It makes no sense. It has to stop. Our government needs to wake up and settle this once and for all. The consequences are huge, and it's a big loss for the country. We just need the same treatment on both sides of the border. Simple, it's respect. I don't get it. It's been years, and it's been a problem. Ask around, not only in hip-hop. So, after almost 30 years of me saying my record is on its way, it's coming, and years later, it's still coming. Another record coming, not the same one, a new one, etc., etc. You always got projects, ideas. We the business. This body, this mind, is the business. Only takes one to realize it. Can't do it all. Me dropping a record, no business, no juice behind it, could never consider it. Hell nah. I've never been the type who was ready to fake it to make it. Make believe? No thank you. This is serious. You could contribute to your country and city economy, but your city and province, its reality keeps you as a poor rapper with potential, or a criminal who's trying to finance his music. I say it's still prison in the city. It's prison in the city because our local rap stars end up broke, on the street, locked up, and dead. 95% of our Anglo rappers at some point gotta hustle to survive, or to finance their videos, their promo, studio time, etc. It's prison in the city because rappers can't make it out here. It's prison in the city when you rely on the street or the government to exist. It's prison in the city when the province and the city don't manage the Anglo music money. It's prison in the city because rappers and contributors don't even want what's good for them on the long run. It's prison in the city when the story repeats itself like a record skipping. It's prison in the city when the heritage isn't passed from a generation to the next. Almost 30 years in the game. Of course my perception is gonna be different than most cats, because I've seen the same story happen again and again. There's so many great rappers. So for the last 10 years, French rap became dominant in the city and province. The fans now listen to French local hip-hop music and still listen to their US favorite rappers, who obviously do it in English. The French rappers now attract way more contributors, media, podcasts, labels, etc., like I said. But we all know that as soon as a Montreal rapper, Anglo rapper, makes it like a very famous Toronto rapper did, for example, man, it'll be the biggest thing in life out here. But until then, it's still prison in the city.
Be that you, that be me, my dream come true. That'd be sweet. I've been around the country from Halle to BC. I be the jingle man you hear a lot on TV now.
It's been a hell of a struggle. Money be the only piece missing to the puzzle. Can't let money mess with the main hustle. Yeah, I had to think about it. And it's still the same struggle. Money's all we need to get this music buzzing. Can't let the street heat kill the main hustle. Yeah, I always think about it.
Low with cash, I hit the home lab. Gotta get in the zone now, that's where my soul at. Some say I'm a Lamborghini in a city with no gas. Had to have gone city to city, so it ain't so bad. That in the province